Morning, chaps. I got up at 6 o'clock this morning and it was 7 degrees. I'm just hanging out waiting for global warming to kick in.
Right. How are you?
Now, I'm well. I was disturbed to hear that the coffee shop closed in your building. Not that you guys used to go there regularly anyway. I don't think it was open on Sunday morning.
It's closed on Sundays.
Yeah.
Otherwise we'd go there.
During the week,
Yeah.
no, it's very sad.
Do you want to walk while we're...
Oh, no, right. We'll go get a
okay.
coffee.
Look, it's great news that Melbourne's finally managed to reopen. I've endured, as the rest of you had, the last 18 months. But I do find it ironic that Melbourne's had the longest and strictest lockdowns for COVID of anywhere in the world, and yet Melbourne and Victoria have Australia's highest COVID deaths by far. In fact, I think we're almost double the rest of Australia combined. So have a good program. The situation with Gladys in New South Wales and the ICAC recordings is absolutely dreadful. Wouldn't it be ironic if IBAC in Victoria had some recordings of Daniel Andrews making decisions and giving instructions on the hotel quarantine security fiasco? I would just love that if that would happen.
I don't know about ironic, it'd be explosive if they did.
But perhaps no such luck.
Well, you never know.
Mate, do you think it's also ironic that Joe Biden's over to talk about climate change, and he was filmed in an 85-car motorcade heading off to see the Pope?
EVs or?
I don't think so.
Well, you got to get your segment name back from Jared Henderson now.
Yeah, thanks, mate. See ya. Bye. I appreciate it when people spare me the time for a chat. Bill Thompson for Outside Insiders. I had hoped that there might be a chance to chat with anyone who was in the studio today. The chaps did suggest that there may be someone in the studio. It might be the Energy Minister a bit later. I'll hang around for a while. But speaking of 85 car motorcades, I went down to Fisherman's Bend a few years ago. I think it was 2016 when Joe Biden was in Australia as Vice President, and I'd heard that he was going to go to the Boeing factory at Fisherman's Bend, so I was hanging around outside in case I had a chance to see anybody, and lo and behold, a motorcade started to come up the street, and I'll have to go back and look at the tape, but I think it was 20 or 30 vehicles, including a couple of the Beast Cadillac stretch limos that the President and Vice President travel in when they're outside of the Washington area, or outside of the White House. So Joe Biden certainly has form for spruiking climate change, but not doing a lot himself. The other ironic Joe Biden news recently was, of course, one of the first things he did when he became president was cancel the Trump-era contracts for border walls along the Rio Grande River. And there were recently some photos of reportedly $100 million worth of steel fencing that had been fabricated and was lying in wait to be installed. And recently the Biden administration said that they were cancelling all remaining contracts, and the stuff is just going to lie there. And the utter irony and hypocrisy is the fact that last week there's a report that the Secret Service is going to spend $500,000 to build a wall around Joe Biden's Rehoboth Beach, Delaware holiday house. So a wall for me, but not for thee. Bill Thompson for Outside Insiders.